Alright, so I took a few images. I did not do a behind the scene for this photo shoot, which I wish I did, to show you guys how I actually achieved this. But basically I use a leaf and I just place it, over her face a little bit and just take the photo. I believe I was using the 50mm Sony f1.8 lens. Let's see if that was a lens. Yes, that was the lens I was using with the Sony a7 III. And if you can see here, the exposure was 1/80 of a second. I was shooting at 4.5 because I wanted to ensure that our entire face is in focus. So I was shooting 4.5, and then my ISO was at 200 because it was in the evening and it was getting dark, so I had to pump up my ISO just a little bit. And as you can see, my shutter speed was a little bit high, low, so you can see I was trying to get a good photo. So I actually have another one here. I don't know what I will do with this image. I'm not even sure if I'm going to edit this image, but that's what I did. More than likely I would crop the image and do something, but I love her cheekbones, and the makeup was done by one of her friends and it's awesome. But let me see what the settings was for this one. So it was basically the same setting. Alright, so I'm just going to jump over here. Alright, and we're going to edit this image today. Hello everyone, photographer Andredesignz here with a new retouch video, and from the intro, we'll be editing this image. So I think I want to crop this image first. It was our first photo shoot. I'm going to crop it for the portrait size as usual. So I'm going to come here to the crop tool, and my crop tool size, if you want to post this on Instagram and fill the entire page or screen, you want to choose 4:5 ratio, or you can do a 8:10 canvas. Alright, so 4:5, and then I'm just going to use the key on the keyboard to move it over to where I want it. It's taking too long though. Alright, so that's it right there. I think I want to crop it a little bit. I just love cropping my images, so maybe I want to crop it right here. I think that looks good. Good. I just love her face. Trust me, her face is just perfect. Alright, so the first thing I'm going to do now is to clean up the skin. I'm not even going to create a new layer. I'm just going to come over here to the patch tool, and then I'm going to use the patch tool, and I'm just going to remove all these blemishes from her skin. If you want to know what tablet I'm using, you can actually check the link in the description for the tablet itself. I paid about $80 something for it, maybe about 2 years now. I've been using it and it's awesome. You don't have to buy the Wacom tablet, that expensive one. Trust me, this one works perfect. All I'm doing, as you can see here, is just to remove some hair from the eyebrow, some of the what do they call it, blemishes from the skin, pimples, yeah, and yeah, that's it basically. What's happening here? I don't know. My PC always moving like this, but guess what guys, I am coming with a new build, and trust me, it's going to be awesome. I'm not going to have any problems with editing whatsoever, because I'm going to be using an i9 processor. Going to be using what, 32 gig of memory, and my video card is going to be awesome as well. I'm going to do a video of me creating that what do you call it, that build, and it's going to be awesome. So you want to check the link in the description for my page, for my personal page actually. Let me just go to the personal page. Well, right here, you can even go on the page itself, and I'll be uploading it. I haven't uploaded anything to this page in a while, but soon. Alright, so enough of that. Let me just quickly, oh, and guys, I'm not sure if most of you have noticed, but I start doing videography for weddings, so you can check out my last video that talks about me starting to do videography for weddings, and you can check out some of my videos as well. Alright, good. That looks good. Alright, so I just noticed something here. This eyebrow this thing here was done properly. This one is not 100%, but I think we could fix it. Let me just scroll up a little bit, create a duplicate. So this is why you do retouch. And then I'm gonna click on S for the clone stamp, and I'm just gonna sample right here, and I'm gonna try to, you know, fix that. I don't know what they call it, but yeah. Let me just move this over. Kind of looks similar in a way. Yeah, this one is more, you know, shaped properly, but it works. And as you can see, I was right over the model shooting. You can see me right there. Alright, so that's the first thing that we fixed. I think I need to fix right here as well. I think I'm going to go back to press J for the patch tool. If you're not seeing the patch tool, normally it's nested under the healing brush, so you can just hold on it and you will see the patch tool. Alright. Oh, she have nice teeth as well. Eyes are perfect. I need to do another shoot with her in studio, and you know, I'm going to come up with a nice concept and see what I can actually get. But yeah, that's it for now. Alright, the next step now is to do dodge and burning. Alright, most of you have been asking me for the 16-bit, well, the 8-bit action for the frequency separation. Trust me, you don't need it. This one works for both 16 and 8, so don't worry about it. You can check the link in the description for it as well. And remember, if you want your image to look natural as possible, you want to put this to about 10 or 20. But if you want it to have that what do they call it, soft look, you keep it right here. I'm going to keep it at 6.4 because I'm not going to apply too much of the soft look to it. So you want to go down to the low frequency layer, and then you want to choose the mixer brush. Mixer brush is normally nested under brushes, but I took mine out just to get to it faster. Ensure that this is clicked, because if this is clicked, it will clear the brush, or you can come here and clear the brush. Your wet should be at 2%, everything else remains the same, and do not click sample all layers. Good. So what I'm going to do now is to just get my brush bigger by using the key, the right bracket, and this area here that is highlighted, I'm just going to brush it, because you don't want to brush alright, just loading now. So you don't want to brush the dark area with the bright area. Alright, to me this looks a bit soft. I'm gonna undo this. I'm gonna just do it one more time, but I'm not gonna put too much in one location, just a little bit. And you could eliminate that by just doing 20 for the radius, or 10. Well, 20. Oh, I was actually doing the mixing on the wrong thing, because I'm wondering why it's not doing anything. So I was doing the mixing on the color correction layer. So I'm gonna do it again. So I'm just taking my time and just mix. Alright, that looks good. So I'm gonna come down here, do it to the nose bridge, side of the nose, side of the nose, right over the eye, right under the eye. So you want to do the highlighted areas, as I said before, separated from the separate from the dark areas, because if you mix them, it's not going to look good. Under the eye. So basically the mixing brings everything together. So that's why you do mixing. So before and after. Right here as well. The mixing can actually hide blemishes as well. So yeah. Alright, so that looks good. Good. Hold on, what's up? What am I doing here? Press back M. Good. Let's even out the nose. Alright, I think I like this. This looks good. Alright, so before and after. Alright, so what you would do with the high frequency layer is basically remove blemishes as well, but I already done that, so I don't need to do that right now. So alright, I think I want to remove some of these blemishes. So I can see some small ones here that I missed. So like for this, for instance, this one and this one and this one and this one and this one. This one is a mold, so I'm not going to remove that. Yeah, I think that is it for now. Don't think I need to do anything else to that. So I'm going to do some dodge and burning. So I'm going to start with the burn layer. And then I'm going to get the brush. Ensure that the brush is at, well, 100% for the opacity and 1% for the flow. Some people have been asking me what kind of brush I'm using. I'm just using a general soft brush. Yeah, general soft brush. Everyone should have that in their Photoshop. And then ensure that your foreground is white if you're painting on black, and vice versa. So I'm just going to get this bigger, my brush bigger. And then I'm just going to do the nose bridge right here because it's already dark. Right here as well. And right here. So I'm just shaping the face basically. Alright, that looks good. Maybe I should do right here as well and right here. Yeah. Alright, so I'm going to do some highlighting now. So I'm going to come here to the dodge. And I'm just going to highlight right here a little bit. I don't want to highlight right here because it's already highlighted, but I could highlight right here. Just some part of the forehead. This forehead is already highlighted. Sometimes you don't need to add additional highlighting. Under the eyes a little bit dark, so I'm just going to add some highlighting here as well. That looks good. Then right here to the side, right there as well. Let's look at the highlighting. That's before and after. So look right here, see it's dark, and then look, it's now highlighted. We could mix it a little bit with what is already highlighted. Yeah, that is it. I'm just going to highlight the chin as well. Alright. Okay, that looks good. Perfect. Oh, I want to highlight right here as well. It looks a little bit dark. Good. I'm going to go back down to the dodge and I'm going to darken here some more. I just highlighted there, but I think I want it to be a little bit dark. Right here as well. Alright, good. So I'm going to put everything here in. Alright, so my computer is still loading. Alright, good, it's stopped now. Alright, so I'm going to put everything in a group. So I'm going to press the top one and then hold on Alt and press the second one, then press G. Then we could call this DB. Then I'm going to remove everything by, so before and after. So before, after, before, after. Alright, so that looks good. I think I want to darken here a little bit more. I'm going to come down, well, yeah. I'm going to go down to the burn. And remember, burn is always dark. And then I'm just going to darken here some more, just so it pops. Good. Alright, so I'm going to brighten the eye, the dark part of the eye. So I'm going to close this. I'm going to come down here to where it says, I think this is called adjustment. And then I'm going to go to curves. Then I'm going to bring up the curves like that. Let me just do this and see what happens. Okay. And then I'm going to click on the mask and then Control I to invert. Then I'm going to press B for the brush. I'm going to change the percentage to about 36. I'm just going to paint the eye. I don't even know why I did that, but yeah. And the eye is already highlighted, so why am I even doing that? Yeah. Before and after. Just a pop in the eye, nothing else. Alright, so that looks good. Don't think I need to do anything else. So I'm gonna do now is to color the image. Control Shift Alt E to create a new layer, and then I'm gonna Control J to create a copy. Then I'm gonna go to filter and then camera raw. I'm gonna play with the colors right now. So this is my favorite adjustment, where I go to collaboration and come down here to primary colors to the blue and move it up like that. I'm gonna do a before and after down here. So this is the before and this is the after. So this is what I've done with the blues. I love the skin tone. And then I'm gonna play with the greens a little bit and see what happens. Alright, I don't like what the green is doing, so I'll put back that to 0. For the red, alright, so the red doesn't look good. But when you're applying colors though, when you're doing color grading, you don't want to add too much though. You want to add just a little. I'm gonna come here to the split tone. I'm gonna do something with split tone as well. So I'm gonna go to the hue and okay, so I have to do saturation first, just a little bit of saturation, like 3, and then hue. It gives me this green tone, or maybe the blue tone, or maybe just don't do anything with that. So I'm not going to do anything with that. So basically I'm just trying out the colors basically. So I'm just going to bring up the saturation a little bit to about 4 and then move this. I think I like that. Yeah, I'm gonna come over to HSL option. Under the hue, I'm gonna play with the green, so I could change the green right here a little bit. Blue, no, I'm gonna keep it green right there. All right, so no, 0. All right, so that looks good. I'm not gonna do anything else with that. I'm gonna press OK. So that's the adjustment. Then I'm gonna come here. I've been using the blue in shadows for some time, so I just apply the blue in shadows. It's just a subtle change. It's nothing too much. And then I'm gonna go back to my color lookup and see what it looks like. Again, put this at about 8%. All right, and then I'm gonna come back down here to the HSL option, and then I'm gonna go to where is curves. Good. And then I'm gonna bring down the curves a little bit like that, and I think I like that. Yeah, let's look at the before and after. So I'm gonna create a duplicate. Oh, I'm not gonna edit that image, trust me. Well, I'm gonna edit the image, but I'm not going to do a video for it. And then I'm gonna come here. I'm gonna do vertical up from Windows, and then arrange and vertical up. And then we're going to do, let me see, actual. There's something here I could click to actual 100%. No, can't do 100%. There's something here that says actual size. All right, let me see, print size, and then print size. Not gonna do a print size. I'm gonna do this. Good. Then this is gonna be the before. So I'm gonna come down here and then hold on Alt and press the I. No, yeah, Alt. So that's the before and that's the after. Good. So I'm done. So guys, if you learned anything from this video, just give me a thumbs up. Yeah, that's basically it for the image. A simple retouch. So trust me guys, it's not hard to do a retouch. You don't have to go overboard. Just take your time and just make your adjustment. You will not always do a perfect retouch because it all depends on the makeup and stuff like that. So just don't beat up yourself when you're not doing it properly. It's just all about practice, because I did not get it in one day. Trust me, I had to be doing it over and over and over. And there are times when back in the days I've done it and honestly it just never looked that good to me, and I just never liked it, and it just never worked out, and I just wanted to stop. And while talking to you, I see that I could actually make some adjustments here as well. I'm gonna create a new layer again. I'm just gonna fix right here. Let's move this over a little bit like that. Yeah, and you could go, I mean, I would go deeper in editing and just work on the lips a little bit, because you know the lips is a little bit broken and stuff like that. We could actually just use the patch tool and just, you know, make some adjustment. But I don't want to have a long video. I'm just giving you an idea how I do my edits, guys, so you can, you know, have an idea what to do when you're doing color grading and you're making adjustment. But when you finish editing your images, you want to, you just look back at it again, and you know, you will see certain things and you can fix it. All right, thank you guys for watching, and have a good one, and stay tuned next week for another video. Bye bye.